All right, let's move on with part 2. And we're going to start clarifying now. Let's clarify the Three of Swords. And I'm only going to get what falls out. 7, look at that. 7 of Swords, the Magician. What'd I tell you? Oh, damn. These people, I'm telling you, either one, this person was fucking married to someone else. So either they were married to someone else or they were about to get married to someone else. They might have been engaged. They had some sort of contract. The other person broke it. And now this person's over here like, oh, 2 can play that game, boo. But it's almost like it's a subconscious thing. They don't realize that that's the energy they're in. Clarify. Oh, something I forgot to say a while ago in part 1 with 10 of Pentacles. This person might have money. They might do... I'm not saying that they're wealthy, but they do well. They do well for themselves. For some, they are fucking wealthy. One of the two. And so this person is used to being the prize. They're used to being the trophy. So the fact that somebody else did them like this, it hit their ego. I know what I'm telling you. It hit their ego. Clarify 10 of Pentacles. So now they're trying to like show this other person, look who I can get. So this tells me something about you. Something about you is like an insecurity of whoever cheated on them. So let's say that you're, I don't know, blonde and blue-eyed, and maybe whoever they're with has always loved that look. Then that they're going to choose you. You're the perfect person to now flip this on them because you look nothing like them. You look like what they want to look like. Does that make sense? There's something about it. It doesn't even have to be looks. It could be like maybe you have a doctorate and that other person is struggling to get their doctorate and they're like, ha, I got somebody who outranks you. You know what I mean? There's something about that here. Look at this. King of Swords, 4 of Cups. I don't think that this person... I don't think that this person plans to really follow through with this, especially if they like propose really early. This is going to apply specifically to those of you who are like, this person may come from another country or they are in another country. They don't really plan to go through with this. They might have started off out of spite, but it's like the energy's losing steam. They're feeling very deflated. Most likely because you didn't play along and you were like, whoa, hold on. If you had played along, the energy would have just kept gaining momentum, but it wasn't coming from a good place. And so the fact that you stopped it, you were like, hold on, let's stop here. They're losing steam. Clarify the Star. Page of... Oh, something else that the world could mean. It doesn't have to be someone from another country. It could be somebody who is high status as well. So maybe they have like they have a political career or something like that. Look at this. You know, the other person might have gotten married. Either the other person got married to whoever they cheated on this person with, or they are moving in with that person. This person's over here watching them. So in reality, with the 8 of Pentacles, you're a star in some ways, but the true star to them is the one that's out here with someone else. Their new obsession is to watch that person, how their little family life is playing out. Because remember, the 10 of Cups was reversed. Now with the 10 of Cups upright, that's their new happiness, keeping track of this other person. So if you were to allow them to rush you into connection, you would end up miserable because you'd be watching them watch someone else. Clarify Page of Cups. The Fool. This person, look, 10 of Pentacles. This person says things impulsively. So you know what the Ten of Pentacles, like they might say that they want marriage, that they want something stable, that they want to move in with you or something like that. Like they're going to say a lot of things because it's like they're speaking off the cuff. They're going off of what their emotions tell them to say without examining why they're saying that. Without examining why this is a desire that they have, you know? Is that because they love you or because they want to parade you around? Clarify, High Priestess. Six of Pentacles, look, Five of Pentacles. I don't think you guys would fall for this, but you know, you might. You have to be really careful. Because it's going to feel nice. You know, it's going to feel nice having someone who is most likely good looking and charming. And I think a few of the readings kept saying that they were younger than you. It's going to feel really nice to have someone like that pursue you hardcore and act like, yes, I want this. I mean it now. I want you now. It's going to feel nice. But if you fall for this and you ignore your intuition, it's going to be coming from a place of you not really knowing your value, because an Empress would never allow someone to rush her because she knows her value. She's going to be like, whoa, whoa, whoa. First of all, why are we rushing? Because she has a lot to lose. She's not going to allow someone to push her into a situation where she's not comfortable, where she's not stable. So if you do allow this person to persuade you that, you know, it's okay, let's move forward quickly, you're going to realize, oh, it's because I just wanted love. I also wanted them to teach me what love is like. And with time, with the Six of Pentacles here, they're going to be giving to you and still giving to the other person in some way. Could just be watching them, could be energetically, and hopefully not, but it could be even with time, be conversation and messages, and that would be, you would end up realizing like you're the third party because their heart was already elsewhere, which is why with you, they're possibly a little cold. You might feel a lot of rejection from them. Like their words say one thing, but their actions say another. So pay attention to their actions, not just their words. But this is also a reflection of you. Remember what I said? It's a reflection of you. If you don't believe that you can actually get someone to commit to you, if you don't believe that you actually deserve someone's full devotion and their love, then you're going to manifest connections that reinforce that belief. Clarify the Hangman. Clarify the Hanged Man. Look at that. We had the Three of Swords. Now we've got the Three of Wands, the Three of Cups. What they're waiting for is for whoever the other person is to get angry enough to come and want to restore the connection. They want to hurt that person's ego the way their ego was hurt. And they're going to show them, you know, I can have someone too. Look, what did I just say? They want that person to come and restore the connection. I told you. This is why I love tarot. This is why I love tarot, because, you know, sometimes you don't realize why people are rushing into connections. This has happened to me before, actually. This is a connection like this is what drove me into shadow work, because I got with someone who had just walked out of a connection and they swore up and down that they were not involved with that person anymore. They didn't care about that person anymore, that they were ready for me, that blah, blah, blah. And I loved that person. I fell for it. And it really fucking hurt to the point where I started doing shadow work. So I'll be grateful for that it hurt so much that I was like, how do I stop this? How do I stop the pain? And here we are. So I'm just letting you know it's natural to want this. Queen of Wands. But be careful. Nine of Wands. Queen of Cups, Nine of Cups. The Empress. See, I was gonna say this and I didn't, and now I'm gonna say it because King of Pentacles. So you want to be careful because this person, the Chariot, yeah, even if they say something off the cuff that they didn't mean, but once they said it, they're not going to retract it. If they say something like, I want us to get married, I want us to have children, and later and you start acting like, okay, and you move forward with that assumption, they're going to be too embarrassed to want to take that back. They're going to be like, no, I said it, now I got to stick with it. They would marry you, most likely. They would make this serious. They might even, with the Empress, have children with you. You need to be really careful because remember, you would be in love. They would be committed, but their heart would be elsewhere. Their mind would be elsewhere. I don't know that that's a situation you want. I mean, I don't know about you. I have a Scorpio Venus. That would drive me insane. Like literally, I would not be able to tolerate that. But with the Queen of Wands, you got chosen because they do find you very sexy. They do find you very alluring. And they think, because remember, this person equates love with sexuality and sensuality. They think that sensual love is love. They think that sensuality and desiring someone is love. So this person would probably sound very convincing, persuading you that they are in love with you. Because that's what they believe love is. So they want to experience that with you. And you would feel very desired. You would feel very lusted after. But with the Nine of Wands, you would know that this is not a true love connection because it's like they don't let you close to them emotionally. You would fall in love because you would be under the impression that this person is a wish come true, that they are your happiness, that they're here to shoulder responsibilities with you because they are. I think that this is somebody who's very stable. And I think if all you want is someone to help you carry the burden, you found the right one for that. But at some point, you might get pregnant. It's like little by little, you would start seeing that this person is a good provider. I think they're a great provider. I don't think they would cheat on you. But this person may enjoy the tension that comes with like jealousy and possessiveness. Like if this other person from their past came back, I don't think that they'd cheat on you, but they'd talk to that person, even if it bothered you. Because the Empress is still number 3. You would still feel like the third wheel. But they show up committed to you. Maybe they'd have an affair. I don't know. But I don't see that yet. But my point is they wouldn't leave you. But they might enjoy driving you crazy a little bit. Because that's how they get validation off of, the more emotional you get about a situation, it means you care about them. And that kind of feeds them a little bit. Now, I don't think that they're narcissists because, again, you guys, let's not use that term so easily. Narcissism is a part of every human. I've said that before and I'm going to say it again. Every human requires a little bit of narcissism to survive. That's your ego. If that's all this person has been taught, that's how they're going to operate. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's also not narcissism. That's survival mode. That's emotional survival mode. Clarify the Queen of Wands. I will say, though, with the Chariot right now, they kind of see you like an objective. They see you like a goal. You are the trophy because you are the one that's going to validate that they are desirable, that they are loved, that they are wanted. Clarify Queen of Wands. Oh, that's several. Okay. 8 of Wands. 9 of Cups. Strength. The Emperor. 3 of Swords. And the Knight of Swords. Ooh, dear, oh dear, oh dear. The Page of Pentacles. I know this is going to sound wild, but I would not be surprised if this person proposed. I wouldn't. I would be like, see, I kind of saw that coming. Because this person is on a mission. They're on a mission because they believe that if they can find someone to love them, then that would heal them. Because maybe that's what they've been taught, that when you find a woman who loves you with all her heart, or a man who loves you with all his heart, then that's how you heal. They don't realize that that's not, I mean, I'm not saying it wouldn't heal them, but what are they giving to the other person? That's what they want. That, to them, that's a wish come true. It's to find someone who would fall in love with them, which is why this situation is so dangerous. Because this person is going to do everything. Like, if they find out what you like, they're going to do what they need to do to get you to fall for them. So you need to be very strong. You're going to need to listen to your intuition very, very carefully. Because this person is an emperor on some level. They're just a wounded emperor. So their energy is going to come through a little distorted right now. Because the emperor that they represent is most likely like a very terrestrial 3D emperor. They might be someone who has a lot of power. They might be somebody who has a lot of money. They might have a high status in their community, but they are very wounded right now. They just don't believe that they are. Remember the song, it says, I've been through a lot of heartache and pain. I think that that's a problem. This person has been through so much trauma emotionally that they've become like a distorted version of the emperor, in the sense that they're powerful, but their power comes from suppressing their emotions. They use emotions to take action, but they don't really examine where that action's coming from. So I would bet that this emperor most likely has King of Pentacles in them, King of Wands, King of Swords. Is the King of Cups that they're missing. And the thing is, in this world, if you are a King of Pentacles, you're seen as an emperor, right? Especially if you have the King of Swords, King of Wands combined. So they may appear as an emperor to a lot of people. And on some level, well, they are. But the King of Cups part, that's not there. Now, if you think that you can get close to them romantically and bring out the King of Cups, well, go ahead. You can try. I think that that would be a very dangerous game to play, but you're going to do what you think is best. I'm just some tarot reader, right? Clarify 9 of Wands. Look at that. What did I just say? What I just fucking said. This is the king that they're struggling with. We got the 9 of Wands. I'm not going to say that they've never been a King of Cups, because I think since this is a collective, for some, they've already accomplished the King of Cups, which is why they're at Emperor status. But maybe because of some recent heartbreak, the King of Cups is not surfacing right now. Right now, their King of Cups is only coming through in trying to reach their objective. So you need to be very careful. You need to measure your energy consistently. Keep yourself in check, because King and Queen of Cups, this is going to feel, I feel like synastry-wise, you do fit them. Like, you are the type of person that is a good fit for them. But the way things develop will dictate whether they're actually going to fall in love with you or not. Like, if you're the type of person that allows them to use you as comfort, allows them to rush you into intimacy, you're not, I'm not trying to say to play games with them. That's not what I'm trying to say. But you're not really giving them an incentive to work on themselves. They already got what they wanted. Because they do want you. I mean, over here we had the Devil, the Ace of Wands. They really want you. You represent a lot of healing and a lot of things for them. You're going to have to come from a place of, I need to know you. Because it's when they start opening up that they're going to start healing themselves. But you can't be the one to heal them. You have to give them this, maybe hold space for them so that they can heal themselves. But don't Don't let things go too far. Um,